What's up, guys? Jeremy here with MTG Headquarters, bringing you a little gameplay with my first attempt at a narration. So we're going to go ahead and show you how lame Pack Rat is. So I mull, no Pack Rat turn 2 possibility, so I'm going to go ahead and mull again, because winning with Pack Rat takes absolutely no sense whatsoever at all. None, zip, zero, nada. I'm going to mull down to 4 because I'm that stupid. You know, and the fact of the matter is, you know, I've built draft decks that have like, you know, 80% land and Pack Rats in it. And so, you know, if you want any chance at all, you really don't want to mull much past 4 or 5. But this little video clip will definitely will show you what a turn 2 Pack Rat, how devastating a turn 2 Pack Rat can be, even when you have a little bit of fight in you. It's definitely one of the most annoying things about. Whoa! Look at that, a Pack Rat. The only thing that you run into if you aggressively mull down to get your Pack Rat is you get to the point where you could have 6 land out and actually create 2 tokens, but instead, you know, you won't have enough cards in your hand. I dropped the Grim Rouseabout out, and then I'm bringing the Pack Rat out, and I can already feel my opponent rolling his eyes, as I do. The most frustrating thing is usually when I play 2 games and I don't see their Pack Rat, and it's 1-1 going into the 3rd game, and I'm like, you know, tweaking my deck with the sideboard, and I'm like, all right, you know, I got this fool. I mean, fellow MTG fan. And then I see a turn 2 Pack Rat, and all of my planning goes completely out the window, which is again why I think, you know, Pack Rat is about the dumbest card in draft. I mean, I'm not saying there's enough stuff to beat it. It's just frustrating when, for example, you don't. I mean, honestly, if you don't have quick removal, as you can see, like I have this Dramatic Rescue. Man, something like that can help. Dreadbore. You could syncopate it, possibly. Mizium Mortars, you probably won't have enough time. Detention Sphere will handle it. But you can see it, you know, this is this match is actually well fought. He's got a very quick Golgari deck. But you'll see, even with some misplays by me, I play it extra conservative, so I create my Pack Rat right away. I see a lot of people, they like attack first, and then while you're declaring a blocker, they do it. But I already know he has that 3/3 Centaur token, and I'm not gonna attack. You can see in my hand, had I not mulled all the way down, I've got like the absolute like total in your face. Drop a Collective Blessing on top of Pack Rats, but I'll never get there. I'll never get, you know, 6 land out. Not with all the mulling I had to do to get to my Pack Rat. But, you know, the bottom line is, once you have 2 out there, I mean, if they don't, it's like you draft Golgari, you barely have any removal. I'm not going to be stupid enough to attack into a Susue Scorpion, and that's actually one of the things that helps him out. Because you never want to trade Pack Rats. You never want to trade at that point. You're better off just taking the damage if you can, and continuing to just have your rats fornicate each and every turn. And so it kind of brings me to, you know, I've recorded actually a lot of screenplay like this, and this is my very first attempt at narrating it. Later on, I found that like narrating while I do it, I tend to make a lot more mistakes, and it's annoying, and you know, the dog barks or the cat jumps on my keyboard and I don't know, you know, it gets annoying. So as you can see, I'll discard and fornicate. Now I've got 4/4/4s basically at the point of no return, but the only reason I don't want to attack here is because he's got the Sluiceway Scorpion, so I'm going to lose one. So I decide, hey, I've got him on the run. I know by now when you have 4/4/4s out there, there's really nothing you can do. So I'm going to just be a little extra safe and bring her up to 5 before I attack. You know, at this point he's got 6 land out. You know, he would need something. I guess potentially he could have something like a Mizzium Mortars. Obviously he doesn't. And it's just a dance right now to when is he going to quit. Quite honestly, and see, I always mull the creatures because you know, generally I'll mull the creatures because, you know, I want to get to that 6 mana where I could drop 2, but the reality is you're just not going to get there. So now we're both still at 20. He's probably just sitting there like smoking his cigarette, just hating life, because this is a game 3. But you know, for every, oh yeah, he delays me a little bit. He drops out an Explosive Impact. Which, you know, honestly, when it gets to the point, I mean, you guys tell me what you do. When it gets to this point, you just see pack rat after pack rat, and you basically know there's nothing you can do. You actually roll it out. I just quit. Usually when I see like a turn 2 pack rat, or even a turn 3 pack rat, and I mean, obviously I know what I drafted, and if I know there's nothing there, I'm not going to just give them the satisfaction. I know that's being a sore loser, but I don't care. That's my right. It's my $10 I paid to draft, and, you know, I can't imagine how annoying this would be in, like, real life, not online. I would just get so mad, I think. Not that the person I was playing, not that they would probably be, you know, rude about it, but I would just be like, yeah, discard, I get it, create a token. So he plays Corpse Jack Menace at this point. Unless he has more death touch stuff, there's not a heck of a lot he can do. I mean, well, he or she, I don't really know, it's a guy off the top of my head, but, and you guys let me know about the gameplay too. Like, I feel like narrating it with, you know, obviously talking about what's going on, but also, you know, dropping, you know, a little more like commentary on it is more interesting than just standard, you know, this is what I did, this is how I do. I mean, I just try to record interesting situations where I think funny stuff can happen or whatever. Only because everyone plays a different strategy. You know, I'm more aggressive than most. As you can see, he's keeping up. We've actually gone 1 for 1. The problem is he's going creature for creature with me, but each time he's doing very good keeping up, but each time all of my creatures are getting more powerful. That's the problem. And so I realized, you know, by this point that I'm not going to get to 6 mana. So I've got 6 6/6s at this point. I think I'm going to go ahead and attack, if I remember correctly, because I basically know the best he can do is trade off all the way down. I pussed out. It must have been, at this point, that was probably a misplay by me. He's probably like, come on, dude, just kill me. But I've actually had the embarrassing, how do I say, like, act, the embarrassingness of misplaying pack rats before. So it's like, honestly, it's like at this point I know there's nothing you can do. It's like a guaranteed win. So why? No, in my mind, there's really no need to rush it. I know now, okay, I'm gonna lay this land out. You know, the only thing I'm afraid of really at this point is something like a Druid Deliverance, where he has enough creatures. Now I've let him build up enough creatures where he could do some damage by letting me pass through, because he could do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. Plus he would copy that centaur token, right? So that's what I'm thinking, like, okay, I'm at 20, he's at 19. He can't kill me even if he's got a druid deliverance. But I think that's really what's scaring me. Probably should have, you know, again, I probably should have attacked there. But this is the beauty of going back. You know, I probably played this a month ago. Going back a month later and kind of watching it and knowing what I know now, I've become a much better draft player. I'm definitely not a 9-point finisher. See, at this point, he's just, you know, I'm sure he has something in his hand to cast, but he's like, come on, dude, just finish me. So it's like, all right, well, let's go ahead and drop this Chronic Flood. Bring me to 6, 7, 7, 7 pack rats, attacking with 6 of them. Yep, I gotta make room. I have to move my mountain, my exiled mountain out of the way, and I'm gonna even attack with my Grim Rouseabout. I just played a draft tonight, actually, that the dude had like 4 Grim Rouseabouts in there. Created a lot of problems for me, actually. I happened to have, it was a very, very good Rakdos deck, but I actually took care of them because I had a, what is that, not Armageddon, that's the old one, but Destroy All Creatures, I forget what it's called, and at this point he blocks down, you know, I give him credit for not just conceding at this point. Anyway, the Rakdos guy, I mean, he piled out like 8 creatures, had me down to 10, I held it, and then dropped it when I got down to 10, and then he just didn't have any creatures left. I pinged him to death with Sunspire Griffins and Rune Wings and things like that. So as you can see, you know, playing Pack Rat, this is why I disrespect it so much. It's completely mindless. It's complete luck whether or not you're gonna. I mean, there's no way anyone's passing it on a draft. It's just not gonna happen. It takes absolutely no skill to win with it, and there have been times that I've mulled down to 2 cards and got it. When I play, like, when I get stupid or I've had a few drinks and I'm like, hey, Pack Rat, this is so dumb. I want to do 28 land, or, you know, 38 lands and a Pack Rat and another rat. What is that? Drainpipe Vermin or something like that. As you can see, obviously nothing holds up. He knows now that death is inevitable. He was able to save his Corpjack Menace. He blocked down on my Grim Rouseabout. I don't know what he was thinking, why even bother. Oh, it's Dead Meme. Okay, yeah, I've played him a few times before. I started to learn a lot of people on here, and it really seems like people who win play, they either get a home run Izzet deck, or most people have a lot of success with, like, Rakdos decks. I don't really see a lot of Selesnya winning. Okay, so turn 11. I've won, he's conceded, and even you, I mean even me, can win with Pack Rats. Thanks, and I will talk to you real soon.